Welcome to the Professional Women's Wellness Podcast. Host Dr. Peggy Gleason, creator of the Mindful Eating Approach, where I help professional women and business owners with a tailored path to weight loss and self-confidence without the stress of restrictive diets, time-consuming exercise regimes, or medications. I help you transform your eating habits to enhance all areas of your wellness, and we always offer inspiration, motivation, and education with amazing gifts.
You're not failing. Your eating habits are. How many times have you said to yourself, this time I'm going to be strong, only to find yourself elbow deep in a bag of chips at 9 o'clock in the evening? Maybe it's after a long, exhausting day, and you tell yourself, I deserve this. Maybe you eat in secret because you don't want anyone to judge you. Or perhaps you've promised yourself, I'll do better tomorrow, only to repeat the same pattern the next day. If you've ever felt trapped in this cycle, you are not alone. I see you. I was you. My name is Dr. Peggy Gleason. I've worn a lot of hats in my life, from critical care nurse to having a doctorate in natural health, to being a certified integrative health coach and a certified psychology of eating coach. But more importantly than all those things is that I understand where you're coming from. I've dedicated years to help people improve their health and well-being in all dimensions of their wellness. My passion is truly helping women have more confidence in their body and be at peace with food. Let me take you back a little bit to my life as a critical care nurse. Picture this: 12-hour shifts, not including the 40-minute commute each day. I get there, constant beeping monitors, doctors barking orders, and patients in crisis. Some days, I wouldn't even have time to breathe, let alone eat. But when I did, it was whatever I could grab in 30 seconds. A granola bar or some other packaged snack, or a cold sandwich from the break room. Honestly, whatever it was, I barely tasted it. But by the time I would get home, which was quite late, I was starving. But I was also really, really stressed. And what do stressed people do? They eat. I'd throw off my shoes, collapse on the couch, and grab whatever comfort food I had in the kitchen. I wasn't just hungry. I was exhausted. I was overwhelmed and emotionally drained. Food wasn't about nourishment. It was about my reward for surviving the day. I imagine this is familiar to many of you. And the worst part is I didn't even enjoy it. I would eat quickly, barely tasting it, and then the guilt would creep in. Why did I eat all that? What's wrong with me? I told myself I just needed more willpower, but I was wrong. The real problem is not willpower. It's what triggers us to eat the way we do. Now, let me ask you a question. Have you ever noticed that you're never stress eating a salad? No one is standing at the fridge in the middle of the night whispering, oh my gosh, I need some cucumbers. No, we crave chips, ice cream, cookies, pasta, pizza. All of them are comfort foods. But why? Because we don't eat out of hunger all the time. We eat out of emotion. So here's what I learned. Stress eating isn't just about the food. It's about how we use food to cope. Food is our emotional Band-Aid. We eat when we're stressed, sad, lonely, bored, or even happy. It's a habit loop. We stress, we eat, we feel relief, and then the guilt kicks in. And the cycle repeats. So if you're ever beating yourself up, saying, why can't I stop eating? I have good news for you. It's not you. It's the triggers. The good news, when you understand your eating habits, then you can change them. And here are the 5 puzzle pieces that influence stress eating and how to break free from each one. There are 5 altogether. When, where, why, what, and how. So here's the first one. When we eat, your timing reflects your life. Now, this is so true. I had a very fast-paced life, and I ate really fast. And when I heard that phrase, it was like an aha moment. But many of us eat on autopilot. We skip meals, snacking mindlessly, or eating late at night when we should be actually winding down. So I'll tell you about my story. I used to eat whenever I had a free moment. And as I mentioned, as a nurse, that meant grabbing food whenever I could, sometimes standing up, sometimes while running down the hall. That pattern followed me home. I had no set meal times, and I'd end up overeating at night. Now, if you can relate, I suggest start by paying attention to when you eat. Do you eat more when you're tired, bored, or right before bed? Just notice these patterns, because that can be a game changer. The second one is why you eat. And to me, this is the heart and soul of mindful eating. Most of us eat for reasons that have nothing to do with hunger. Take, for instance, a really good commercial advertisement on television, and the food looks so real. You run in the kitchen and grab something, right? But I had a friend, and this is a really interesting story. She kept a secret stash of chocolate at her nightstand. She said it was just in case. And I said, when I asked, in case of what? She laughed and said, in case of life. It was a really good thing to say, to kind of stop and say, wow, life is tough sometimes. We get a lot of stress. She didn't need the chocolate. She needed comfort. And if this is you, here's a solution. The next time you reach for food, pause. Ask yourself, am I hungry physically, or am I just looking for comfort? That one question can change everything. So let's look at how you eat. Well, as I mentioned, it was a grab-and-go diet for me, but I ate way too fast. And how did I learn that? I grew up in a house with 9 people gathered around the table with 3 active volunteer firefighters. I'll tell you, they ate like their pants were literally on fire, because at any second the alarm would go off and they didn't want to miss a meal. And I'm sure you often see that in television shows about firefighters. So off they would go, and naturally, when I noticed whether they were going or not, everybody in the family ate fast. My father was, when I remember, he's passed a long time ago, but when I remember him at the head of the table with all these little other, the firefighter ones and the little ones, I was the last of them, really tiny, and I would watch him eat. And I thought eating fast was normal. So for a good part of my life, I kept that habit, wolfing down meals in minutes. The problem with eating fast is that your brain doesn't even register that you're full. You overeat before the brain can even realize it. if you're a fast eater, try this to start with. At your next meal, I want you to take one bite and put your fork down and let it go. Let it go and actually take the time to taste your food. See if you can identify each flavor or the aroma. I will say, it feels weird at first, but gosh, does it work. I've been doing the fork thing for years now, always putting it down, letting it go, and just eating the food in my mouth. It's pretty cool. So next one is what you eat and how your food choices reflect your emotions. You know, when we crave quick fixes, what do you think we choose? We choose sugar, carbs, fat, and alcohol. Why? Because it gives us an instant relief, an instant comfort, right? But my suggestion is, instead of just reacting to the cravings, pause. Ask yourself, will this food nourish me, or is it just for a quick fix? This shift in thinking changes how you approach food. The last one is where you eat. And what's interesting is, you probably don't know this, but your environment really matters. Did you know, here's a quick little snippet, that when people are eating in front of the TV, they eat 20% more of the food. But there's other places too. A few years ago, and I always recall this because it was an aha moment for me, I was driving, I was snacking on a food bar while I was listening to the radio and watching the road, and when I got to a stoplight, I thought I had another bite left, right? I looked down and realized I had finished it. I actually looked around wondering, did I drop the last piece? Only to realize I ate the whole thing. Now that's an example of what mindless eating is. Now, if this is you, I want you to learn to create a designated eating space wherever you are. Always eat at a table. Standing up with your face in the refrigerator, that's not a good idea. So I want you to find a place that you can put your food on and turn off all distractions. No screens, no TV, no phone, no iPad, none of that. No other distractions like, the dog barking and the kids scream. I know sometimes it's hard to control all of that, but try it for just one meal and see what you think. It's just you and your food. Now, what's interesting is you will naturally eat less and feel more satisfied. So if you are in the car, pull over and notice what you are eating, one bite at a time. So if you're ready to stop stress eating, here are 3 simple steps you can take today. Pause. Pause before you eat and ask yourself, am I actually hungry, or is something else going on? 2, slow down. Just take 10 extra seconds with each bite and notice how it changes your eating experience. The next one is to find a non-food coping mechanism. So if you're tempted to go for a snacking binge, take a walk. Or better yet, do some deep breathing. And I always say, even before you eat, deep breathing is magical. If you take 3 deep breaths, and that means inhale to the count of 4, hold it for the count of 4, and release it to a count of 6. Do that 3 times. It's amazing. You can even call a friend or find something that comforts you besides food. Now for me, I found that having a puzzle nearby took my mind off snacking in the evening. I haven't snacked in the evening in a long time because once I walk by the table that's always holding a puzzle, I glance at it and I kind of get pulled in, you know. So it's a really good little trick that I've found. But in closing, here's what I want you to take today. I really want you take-homes, right? You are not weak. You are not failing. And your body is not the enemy. You have the power to break the cycle. You do. It's amazing. Believe me, I know, been there, done that, and I'm doing pretty good. But you're going to break the cycle not by dieting, not by depriving yourself, but understanding your relationship with food. Imagine waking up and feeling free from stress eating. Imagine trusting yourself with food, enjoying meals without guilt, and feeling truly confident in your body. It's possible. It starts with one mindful bite at a time. So my challenge to you, tonight or the next meal, when you sit down, pause, be present, enjoy it, and remind yourself you are in control. Now, I have a gift for everyone watching today that will help you take the first step. Remember I mentioned it's not about the diet, but the triggers? I am offering you a self-assessment on what your individual triggers are. This is going to help you see yourself from a whole different lens, because most women who complete this have said they were surprised at the results. Perhaps they didn't realize one of the habits was more often than they thought, or maybe there was a hidden habit, the hidden trigger, not a habit. But it was interesting what they had to say. So I want you to take that. Another thing that I want to give you is my top 20 tips for mindful eating. And it's really cool because there's a lot of different things you can do to start your journey, to slow down, be mindful, and develop that that relationship with food. Boy, I've been talking for a while. In the meantime, I wish you peace, one bite at a time. Thank you.
Thanks for listening and supporting the Professional Women's Wellness Podcast. If you would like to attend training sessions by our amazing podcast guests and have a chance to connect, join the Professional Women's Wellness newsletter. For more details and to sign up, scan the QR code or click the link in the description. If you enjoyed this episode, please leave a 5-star rating on Apple Podcast. Each week, we will select a reviewer who will receive free access to my $197 course, Goodbye Night Bites, a 30-day journey to stop emotional eating at night. Please subscribe to get notifications of future episodes.